And we are live with the Google Hangout, recording this week's Video Marketing Madness podcast. And on this week's show, Ray's got a secret YouTube tool to help you improve your video SEO.
Oh, yes. And make your life easier, actually.
Yeah.
Be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it will be. Let's see, settings. Yeah, that's good. I think you just saw it automatically show up. Chat, screen share, showcase, control room. Yeah, well, I think we'll be fine. Turn my phone off. Okay. Well, we can add apps, control room, opening cameraman. No, I don't need that. I'm just playing around, folks. Pay no attention to me. All right. So we are live and we're going to start recording the podcast. I've turned it on and recording the audio podcast now. And Ray, you can begin in 3, 2, 1.
This episode of Video Marketing Madness is made possible by TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is the easy way to improve your marketing on YouTube and make your life a whole lot easier. It integrates with your web browser and helps you to do better SEO, helps you with your embeds, and a whole bunch of other tools. Best part of all, you can start off completely for free. Just head on over to tubebuddy.com/RayTheVideoGuy and start your free account. And of course, if you want to upgrade, there's a lot of improved tools that you can upgrade to, but the basic version is free forever. So check it out at tubebuddy.com/RayTheVideoGuy. And on today's show, we're going to talk about how to improve your SEO with a secret tool, which I already kind of gave away. There you go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. It's the radio show about Video Marketing Madness with Ray the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. Got a question for Ray the Video Guy? Go to raythevideoguy.com/ask. Leave your question. If Ray answers it on Periscope or here on the radio show, you'll win all kinds of great video marketing stuff, and we'll have an ask and an answer at the end of the show today. Our Facebook page, Video Marketing Madness. Our Twitter is Video MKT Madness. And now you know him, you love him, Ray the Video Guy.
Well, thank you. Another week here, and we are live. Well, we're not live. You're listening to a podcast, but Steve and I are live. And if you're on the Hangout, we're live.
We're live on the Hangout.
That's right. And of course, we produce this show specifically to help you with your YouTube and video marketing. And today we've got some tips on how to improve your SEO and how to make your life easier on YouTube. And the best part is we've even got a free tool, which I kind of alluded to at the beginning of the show.
Well, that sounds great. Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Well, let's get right into it. Let's dive into the deep end, as they say.
A deep dive into YouTube. So here's the thing. We all already know. In fact, we did an episode a couple of weeks ago about how to improve your SEO with your titles, your tags, and your descriptions, and a few other things. And today we wanted to get a little deeper into the description box of your YouTube channel. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how to make that even easier to do, as well as to add a few other great tools that will make your life easier on YouTube. So the first thing we want to talk about is, of course, when you're doing your video marketing and you're going to put anything into your titles, tags, or descriptions, we already mentioned this on the other show, you absolutely must know your keywords. You've got to do your research. Everything else hinges on that. If you do the best SEO in the world, but you don't have a good keyword, you're going to rank for things that are not going to help your business. So please, please, please go out there, get the right keywords. If you don't know how to do that, go to Fiverr. There are people there that can help you do that. Talk to another SEO. They'll point you in the right direction for finding the right keyword. Once you have those keywords that you want to use, now it's time to do your SEO. And of course, the description box is one of the most important parts of your YouTube video. Obviously, the title is extremely important, and then the description box is kind of a close second there as far as people understanding what your video is about and as far as the search engines knowing what your video is about. So how can we improve our description boxes to make sure that we're doing the best we can and getting the most out of it? Well, the first thing that we have to talk about, and this is something that I see all the time, and it's something we've got to pay attention to, and that is you absolutely, positively must use the description box. There are way too many videos that just don't use the description box at all. They put a weak title and then nothing in the description box. You're not going to rank unless you're in a very, very weak keyword. It's just not going to happen. There's nothing there to rank with. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that you get in there and use that description box. But we want to make sure that we use it properly because there are some keys to this that really can make a difference in your marketing and whether it's effective or not. And the first thing that we need to talk about is the very top of the description box. And the reason we talk about the top of the description box is that when you fill out this description box, it's going to, I don't know what the word would be. What would we call it? Truncate it, I guess?
Yeah,
It only shows the first couple lines.
In the snippet?
Exactly. It's got a little snippet that they put there. So you're only going to see the first couple of lines, and then people have to hit the more button in order to see the rest. And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we start off with important information right at the very top. And that means you want to get your keyword in there, you want to get your URL in there, and you want to get a very brief description of what this video is about. Now, typically what I'll do is if I'm doing, let's say, a review video for TubeBuddy, since we already mentioned that, I might start off my description with the word TubeBuddy and then say something like, automate your YouTube marketing with TubeBuddy. Check it out here and put the link. And that way, before they hit that read more button, they can see the title, they can see the link, and they've got the keyword in there to help rank it better. Then, of course, underneath that, well, and actually, let me go back for one more second there, because once we have those 5 lines in there, when you put that URL in there, and this goes for any URL you put in your description, make sure it has the http:// before the URL. That way it's clickable. If you don't put that, if you just put www.mysite.com, it's not going to be clickable. People can copy and paste it, they can remember it, but they can't click on it. Right. So you've got to put that http:// before you put that in there so that it'll be clickable. Okay, once we have those first lines down so that we make sure that everybody can see those, the next thing we want to make sure is that we're using the HTML links, just like we talked about, and not just the HTML link for your website. There's a lot of different links that you can put into your YouTube video that can really make a difference in your marketing. These are things like your social media, a link back to your channel itself, a link to your website again, obviously, a link to specific places on your website, perhaps even a link to an authority site. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people that they'll tell you that by linking to an authority site inside your description, you actually can get more rankings out of that. Now, I'm not a huge SEO guy. I don't understand why or how all that works, but supposedly the theory is, for instance, if you link to a Wikipedia article about your subject, it can actually bolster your rankings. How? Who knows? But if it works, I'm going to do it every time. So make sure that you do that as well. Find something that you can link to that works well there. The other thing is link back to the video that you're posting. So, and that sounds confusing. In other words, when you upload a video and YouTube gives you that URL for that video, put that link into its own description. Now that sounds a little weird. Why would you want to do that? Well, the way that I look at it is if somebody was to take your video and embed it on their website, and they're using some of these automated tools and whatnot, it's going to put the description onto that page as well. And now you're going to have a direct link back as well as the embedded video. And it's just going to increase your SEO. It's going to increase the amount of click-throughs people have. And it just allows you to kind of drive traffic around and create these links that YouTube really likes and that Google really likes. Now, the other thing that we can link to in there is other videos. And this can be a big benefit because, as we know, and we've talked about this before, if you link to other videos and people go to other videos after coming to your video first, you get credit for all that time that people spend on YouTube. So if you show them your video and in the description it says, hey, you want to learn more, click here, they go to another YouTube video, well, now you've doubled the amount of time they're on there. That's going to benefit your video. And of course, the other thing you can do with that is you can actually silo your videos. If you're familiar with SEO, siloing is where you have one page connecting to another page, connecting to another page, connecting to another page, and then linking back up to the top again. And you can do that with your videos. So if you've got an entire series on how to use TubeBuddy, well, you could have video 1 linked to video 2, linked to video 3, linked to video 4, and then back up to the channel or back up to the first video. And that's going to create a silo that's going to drive traffic through, especially when the search engines are spidering that. They're going to keep going through, and it's going to help you with your SEO there. Steve, is there any other types of links that you like to put in your videos?
Well, not so much links, but I do a lot of attorney videos, and one of the things that I've noticed that shows up in the snippet from the description is the keywords. So, personal injury lawyer, Anytown, USA, and then the link to the website. But before the link to the website, what I put in is call 402-555-1212 for a free consultation. And that's what shows up in the snippet is the keywords and the call for a free consultation. And what I found in many instances, people don't even watch the video. They just see that and they see the thumbnail with the same information in there, pictures of happy, smiling people, and they call off of that. They may or may not watch the video. So just a little tip there.
Excellent. Well, and that's totally true. I didn't even think about that part of it. But yes, if you're doing local marketing, make sure you get that phone number in there as well. That is a big part of it. So I'm glad you brought that up there.
And another
things.
One more thing. Yeah, one more thing with that, with the full URL, the HTTP, not only is it clickable, but you're creating good backlinks that Google likes. You're creating good backlinks to their website.
Absolutely. And some of the other things you want to put in there, like we said, social media. So links to your Facebook, links to your Twitter, links to your Instagram and Snapchat and whatever else you use there. Get them all in there because it's going to benefit all of those channels. And believe it or not, YouTube in their actual playbook tells you to do this. Mm-hmm. A lot of people get nervous. They say, oh, I don't know if I want to link out to these other sites. But YouTube tells you in the playbook, link to your social media accounts. So that's a vital thing that you really want to do. If they're telling you to do it, guaranteed you want to do it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Absolutely.
So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up your defaults. Now, Steve, do you use the defaults at all inside of YouTube?
I don't, just because of what I do. I'm doing a lot of attorneys, and I just haven't found it's necessary. However, I would think for anybody that is doing YouTube marketing, especially content marketing within YouTube, defaults would save a lot of time.
It would. And for those of you who don't know what that is, inside of YouTube, you can actually go into your account, go into the back end, and you can go to there's an area in there that actually allows you to put default content. And what I mean by that is, let's say your entire channel is for a lawyer in Houston. Well, you know that every single video is going to have their link. It's going to have their phone number. It's going to have a description. It's going to have information about them. It's going to have links to the same exact social media channels.
Right.
So you can actually go in there, set all of those up beforehand to make sure that you never forget to put those things in there. And one great tip for that is, if you're linking back to your own channel, like the subscriber link, it saves you a ton of time, because I don't know about you, Steve, but I can never remember what that subscriber link is. I always have to look at it, because it's this big, long, crazy thing. And so if I set up my defaults and have the subscribe link in there, Now I don't have to worry about it. It's going to be there every time. It's going to get me more subs. So
Now,
that's just something you want to remember.
I will tell you that with the attorneys, I'm using a variety of generic channels and spreading the videos out over those generic channels. That's why I don't use the defaults. If an attorney were to set up his own YouTube channel and use it for SAQs as a way to disseminate information, defaults would be wonderful. I use it for the Video Marketing Madness channel. I forgot I'd done that, but I use it for that, which saves me quite a bit of time.
Nice. And of course, in there, not only can you put in default stuff for your description, but you can put the default license. You can put the default categories that you use. You can even put default tags. So if you always use certain tags, you can put those in there as well. And it's just going to save you a lot of time and effort. And of course, we're going to talk even more about saving time and effort in just a moment because, yeah, well, you'll see in just a minute. So the next thing, we've got this default box, and people ask me all the time, how much can I put into that box? Well, you've got 5,000 characters that you can put in there. That's a pretty good article. And if you can go out and either write a nice article, get somebody to write a nice article that uses your keywords, and then you put in all of that other stuff, you're going to fill that out really nice.
Is this defaults or description?
This is in the, well, either one really, but
okay.
Obviously you may not want to do that in the defaults because each description is going to be different.
Yeah. Okay.
But you want to fill that out as much as possible. And that means having an article. If you're writing about plumbing, you got to have a nice article about the company or about plumbing or about some aspect of plumbing, something that relates to the video itself. Now, some people like to actually put the transcript of the video. That works as well, as long as it's, readable. You want to, because here's the thing, everything we're doing and everything we're talking about so far deals with SEO. It deals with working for the search engines. But remember, your viewers are humans. They're going to have to read that. They're going to look at that. You want to make sure it's something of value for them. So if it's an article on that subject that enhances the video, that's a great way to go. It's going to give them more information. It's going to give them more information about who's writing it. All of those things are going to help. And, not only for the search engines, but it's going to help the actual person. So you want to make sure that it is readable by people and that it actually benefits their lives to read that. Because here's the dirty little secret. Having a nice long article can actually improve your watch time, because a lot of times people will play that video and then they'll go down and they'll open that more button and they'll kind of scroll through. And if you've got a nice long description and they start to read it, they're going to stay there longer. That's going to improve your watch time, your session time, and improve your SEO. So I highly recommend every time you do a video, put a nice description in there. And, I'm guilty of not doing it sometimes as well, just because of time and whatnot. And, let's face it, a lot of videos aren't really there to rank per se. But when they are, you definitely want to make sure you do that. That's 5,000 letters. I mean, that's probably a 200 or 300 word article, I would think, somewhere around there, depending upon the words. And of course, you want to make sure that all those keywords we talked about are in that article. Now, you don't want to go spamming it. You don't want to make it sound ridiculous. You don't want to put the same keyword in there 100 times, but you do want to sprinkle some of those keywords in there so that the search engines understand what your video is about and can rank you accordingly. And so that's a very important thing to do. All right, so now let's talk about something that's going to make life a lot easier when it comes to all of this. Steve, have you heard of TubeBuddy?
Just before the show, you mentioned it to me and I looked it up, and it looks like it kind of automates a lot of your posts. Was that the way it kind of puts
having a YouTube virtual assistant with you whenever you're on YouTube. Okay. And many of you, I'm sure, probably use vidIQ, and you understand how that works. It attaches to your web browser and gives you information about YouTube videos. Again, another product that's completely free. Well, what this one does, what TubeBuddy does, is it actually goes even further than that by helping you figure out what tags to use, by helping you figure out what words to use in your description, by helping you do all sorts of things that we do inside of YouTube each and every time we upload a video. It helps you with annotations. It helps you with embedding. It helps you with YouTube cards. And again, just so you know, some of this is paid. Some of it is free. But if you get in there and you use the free one, you get a lot of great tools. One of the tools that's in there, believe it or not, is it will actually help you to create your thumbnail. You can literally build your thumbnail inside of you while you're on YouTube. Literally in your web browser on YouTube, you can build your thumbnail right there using TubeBuddy because it works inside of YouTube itself. And you choose images, you choose backgrounds, you type in text, all of that kind of fun stuff, and you can build really, really nice thumbnails right from inside of YouTube. You can also do things with communications. So if you want to communicate back and forth with your viewers, you can actually do that inside of there. And it does all of this for you automatically. So literally, if you're on YouTube and you hit upload to upload a video, you're going to see all of the cool things that automatically pop up because you're there and you're using this particular product. So literally, you hit upload, it's going to give you tips on how to properly SEO your video. It's going to give you tips on what tags to use, and it's going to make life a lot easier. And here's one other thing to mention, which this may sound silly, but actually gives a very, very useful tool. It adds a menu to YouTube so that you can easily access all of those things that you normally have to click your icon and then click Creator Studio and then click it. It gives you instant access to all of those pages that you're always looking for. The dashboard, the videos, the comments. Yes, makes life much, much, much easier. And we really appreciate that. But here's the other cool thing. It has training inside there as well. Wow. So literally, while you're inside of YouTube, you can actually get training on various aspects of YouTube marketing. And the cool thing is, our good buddy Daryl, some of his videos are actually inside of TubeBuddy there, waiting for you to learn about different things.
I noticed he endorsed it too on the homepage.
Yeah, he is on the homepage, but his videos are actually inside of TubeBuddy so that you can actually learn about things like cards and annotations, featured videos, and all that kind of fun stuff.
Right, and he's done a ton of those videos. So,
absolutely,
he's a good educator on all things YouTube.
Yep. So, in addition to helping you with the SEO, like I mentioned, the communications, you can add what are called canned responses. So when people comment to you, send you a message on YouTube, you can actually send a response back to them instantly and engage them. So very, very cool stuff. And that, as we mentioned, that is the product called TubeBuddy. And we mentioned at the top of the show, you can get that at tubebuddy.com/Ray the Video Guy. So highly recommended. Highly, highly, highly recommended.
And as always, all this stuff we've been talking about, including links, will be in the show notes.
Absolutely. So if you're looking to automate your life on YouTube, definitely check it out. Even the free version has a ton of cool features in there. And believe it or not, if you have a channel that does advertising, like you actually run ads, monetization, you can actually get the upgrade to the TubeBuddy, the advanced or whatever they call it. I think they call it like the Star or something like that. You can actually upgrade to that for free if you use their ad network to run your ads. So there's some options there to upgrade for free as well. But very, very good product. Very easy to use. Makes your life easier. It will help your SEO. Will help you do all the things in YouTube that are repetitive. And quite frankly, if you miss out on this, especially since it's free, you got to be out of your mind. So check it out. tubebuddy.com/Ray the Video Guy. All right. So there you go, Steve. That is my tips for the making sure that you use your description box properly.
Okay. We're going to move on to Ask now, if that's okay.
All right.
This is the part I edit out, by the way, for those of you watching that.
Oh, yeah. For those on the Hangout, this is the part that you won't see in the final video. So you get some of the behind the scenes. Plus, you get our mistakes when we make them too.
Yeah. Okay, Richard Duke, he asked if it's possible to charge people a fee to watch a YouTube video.
Yes, he did.
And the answer, Ray the video guy.
Okay, well, thanks, Richard, for that question.
Oh, wait a minute.
And,
wait a minute. I forgot to do the 3, 2, 1. Sorry. And I got to give it 10 seconds so I can find it in the podcast. Okay, hold on.
do, 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 do.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Well, thanks, Richard, for that question. And believe it or not, YouTube actually does have a program that allows you to charge people money to watch your videos. They do. It's a subscription program. It's not a pay per video per se, but what it is it's a second channel that you can have that people can pay money to actually access all of your videos that are inside there. Now, it's a feature that hasn't been used very often. You've seen some media companies, some sports channels and things like that have used it. The UFC, I believe, has a paid channel, as does the WWE, I believe, has a paid channel inside YouTube as well. I actually do have one. I've never used it. I have it. I've never used it. But it is another option that you can use for charging people money to get access to your videos. Now, of course, it's not necessarily ideal because you're not being paid per video, and it's not a feature that YouTube has gone out of their way to make sure people know they have. So maybe it's not the best option for you, but it is out there. Some other great ways to be able to do that is, of course, to have a membership site and just put your videos inside the membership site where people can pay to access specific videos. And there are some other programs out there that will help you to do that as well, but I highly recommend that you go out, just set up a membership site and then charge people based on that, because you can do upsells and things like that. So if they want to watch one video, they can pay one price, another video. So that's kind of the quick and easy way to be able to do that. And of course, if anybody else knows any great ways to do that, please feel free to put those ideas onto our Facebook page. Let us know if you know of any other solutions for doing paid content as far as pay-per-view video. That's nice and easy for everybody to use, because we always like to hear about new and exciting tools. Well, there you go. That's my basic way. Is I've always done it through membership sites. I believe there used to be a couple of YouTube-like sites that allowed you to do that, and I don't even know if they're still around. Blip TV, I believe, used to do that.
Oh yeah.
Others, so
yeah,
definitely some options there.
That takes me back. Yeah.
Absolutely. In fact, there may even be some plugins for WordPress that'll help you to do that. We'll have to check into that as well and find out if that is a possibility. But if you do know of any, please put them into the Facebook group under this video and under this podcast, and we'll be glad to take a look at that as well. So there you go.
And our Facebook page is Video Marketing Madness, facebook.com/Video Marketing Madness, and Twitter, we're Video MKT Madness, and plenty of useful tips and stuff. And it's the radio show about video, Video Marketing Madness with Ray the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. And today's show made possible by...
Big shock here, made possible by TubeBuddy. And by the way, that'll probably be the made possible by for quite a while, since it is free, and we love to give away free things whenever we can. So it's made possible by TubeBuddy. If you want to be able to automate your YouTube channel and do all sorts of fun things to help your SEO, then head on over to tubebuddy.com/Ray the Video Guy.
Got a question for Ray the Video Guy? Go to raythevideoguy.com/ask, ASK. Leave your question. If Ray answers it on Periscope, which he tries to do daily, or if you get it here on the radio show, which we pretty much do weekly, you'll win all kinds of great video marketing stuff.
Fabulous and exciting prizes await.
Wild, wacky stuff.
Yes, indeed.
That wraps up another Video Marketing Madness for this week. Why don't we head out with the jingle?
Let's do it.
Okay. Turn that off, and we're going to end the hangout now. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everybody.